Welcome back. And now tune into the other side of sports. It's your host, Laws in the building. It's me. It's Aaron. We in the jump rocking out. You already know. We're gonna talk about it. Gonna talk about the commanders' moves, what's next, fire sale of the team. So you already know the writing on the wall. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna talk a little bit about the Wizards and just what to expect. We done seen a couple games and we already told y'all what it was going to be, but we still going to get into it and we'll talk about the NFL. I did not do the picks though. The jump might be a wash though. It might be too many weeks. Babin that drove too far down the street, dog. I don't know if I could go back to the house. I don't know, dog. We still gonna do the picks every week, dog, because we helping the people. I know Bama's got parlays. They listen to the info that we give, and so we still gonna get a plays. But
Ain't nobody hitting parlays like I'm hitting parlays though.
Hey,
I don't know if it's humanly possible.
Hey, talk about it, dog. So we gonna get into it. First things first, though. I went camping this past weekend, dog. We was out there, Harper's Ferry in the sticks. Jump was cool, dog. I could do the camp situation. It was like a hybrid jump. It wasn't like straight because there'd be some campsites where you just in the middle of nowhere, like you just out. Bama's got to do the 5-starter and all like that. This jump was kind of civilized in part. We had we had a cabin with like some rooms in it. It had a kitchen in the jump. You could cook. It had Wi-Fi in the jump, but it still was like. It wasn't like a lodge, you know what I'm saying? It was like more like a cabin because it was bugs in the jump and stuff like that. So it was a little hybrid jump, but it was all right. We had a solid time in there. We definitely would do it again. Harley was like, she ain't really like. She was like, I don't like sleeping in the tent. I'm like, I'm like, it's all good, dog. It's all good. Don't worry. We be home soon enough. Just relax. Dog, it's Halloween, dog. You celebrate? You giving out candy?
Negative. Kids don't really trick or treat like they used to. The last couple years, I don't even think one kid knocked on the door.
For real?
I don't see none of the houses really like decorated.
You ain't never had nothing there to give out though. So the Baptist is probably just mark your jump for that. Like, don't go to that house, though, because the light be off and everything.
Yeah, it's dark.
No, so no costumes now. A couple people dressed up at the work site this today. Some Baptists is vampires and you know how it go. I'm sure NBA tonight Bama's gonna be dressed up for the jump. We got some NBA news, dog. James Harden to the Clippers. I guess Morey was like, we not doing this no more. Get him out of here.
Just what he wanted. Send him back home. Sound like a plan.
Yeah,
Everything worked.
Everything worked, dog. Got draft capital out of it. Get the contract off the books. Seemed like, I guess they might take a hit for some of the contract, but
and they probably gonna take a hit with Embiid. Like, you not winning no chip with the Bama you got on that roster, and you might lose Embiid because they said the Knicks was sniffing around and a couple other teams, but that window slammed shut.
Yeah, Maxey not the guy. Can't route. He's solid, but he can't really lean on him.
Not in this new league. You need superstars.
Yeah, you need cookers, though. Dog, right now, after this, dog, the Celtics look prime, dog, to be in that conversation for the championship this year.
The Wizards just real bad. They one of the worst teams I've ever seen.
Dog, defensive. How you get down 40 points in the first quarter?
Dog, they are one of the worst teams I've ever seen. They soft. Just offensively, it's so rec league, just taking turns, going ISO and jacking up anything, no accountability. Coach has no clue what's going on. It's going to get really, really, really bad this year. And them ticket prices are going to plummet. I'm so glad I did not re-up on them season tickets, though.
You couldn't, dog. We knew that they were rebuilding and it was going to be bad, but
not this bad. I didn't see this.
Well, I thought it was going to be like 26 games bad. 26 to 32 games bad, but not 17 games. These Bama's look like they
Yeah.
poised to only win like 17 games, though.
And I don't even
Like
think the Celtics are the worst matchup. When they play some of these bigger teams, like imagine them
dog.
against the Nuggets or even the
Oh my,
Lakers now, it's going to be so
dog,
bad.
it's gonna be so bad. Dog, we have no inside presence
None.
at all. You got Gallinari. You got him playing a center position. This Bama is a small forward, dog. I just they had Denny Avdia checking Porzingis, dog. I'm like,
Getting cooked. And then they switched them off to somebody else. They getting cooked. And then
dog,
switched them
Porzingis
off
was
to
just
somebody
catching
else.
the ball in the block, just turning around and dunking it like it was like he was playing with you and me out there. I'm like, what kind of defensive like? Then the Bama Brown went Jalen Brown. This Batman hit like 5 trays in the first 5 minutes of the game, though.
He
And it's
loved playing the
like
Wizards.
he loved playing. Dog, he almost had 50 in the first half. It was insane, dog. It was insane.
It was so bad that they couldn't even finish out the parlay because the starter set the whole fourth.
Yeah. That's that for anybody out there that Jones sports betting. That's the sports book killer. That Joe killed the parlay. That's the parlay killer, dog.
Oh, I just
Whenever
needed
blowouts
one
hurt.
assist more from what's the point guard they got from Milwaukee that y'all love with the brothers in the league. I just needed Drew Holiday to get one more assist.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
Yeah, Batman was sitting down eating Cheetos on the sideline, dog. It's gonna be bad. And again, I'm in a little Wizards chat, Joe. And some of the delusion that Wizards fans have, I don't know because they already spent their money and they got season tickets. I don't know, like it's like scramble their brain waves or something, but they still think that there's like a viable chance that they like actually do something. I'm like, y'all must not know like anything about basketball. The first rule in basketball to do anything, to have a chance at winning, you have to have good players. That's the first. You have to have good players. You only have two good players on your team. The rest are mediocre and like maybe maybe Tyus Jones might be above average, but like he didn't even start on a team last year. He only played because they had Ja Morant was dealing with the gun situation.
Kuzma is good with a Bill or a LeBron. Poole is good with Clay and Steph. Mm-hmm. When you make them primary guys, they're not good anymore.
Okay, fair enough.
Poole had 11. We thought this man was going to be trying to average 35, but they can focus all of the offense on him because nobody else can get their own shot. Mm-hmm. They can throw shots up, but they can't get to a good shot.
Yeah.
So it's going to be worse than I thought. And this is a good thing, really, but it's going to be worse than I thought. These Bama's might be vying for the number 1 pick this year.
They need to. They need to. They need to be. I just wish, Aaron, that the Commanders would follow in the same vein.
They trying.
Today, the Washington Commanders traded away Montez Sweat for a second to the Chicago. Was it the Bears they traded him to?
Yes.
Then they traded.
Go ahead.
Then they traded Chase Young to the San Francisco 49ers for a 3rd round pick. What are your thoughts, Aaron? Just initially,
not just a 3rd round pick, but a compensatory 3rd round pick, which means after the 3rd round, those picks that you get, which they would have gotten anyway if Chase walked, which tells me Ron has still got his hand in the pie. Because when they made the Sweat deal, I was like, okay, this is a good trade because a Bears 2 is like
a high pick.
Well,
they won.
You talk about one of the top 5 picks in the 2nd round. When you talk about a Chase Young compensatory pick, you're talking about after the 32 3rd round picks, then anytime you have a free agent that leaves, the next year they give you a compensatory pick. And that's what San Francisco gave to Washington for Chase, which is next to nothing. which it seems like they're like, is Ron trying to sabotage on his way out? Like, okay, you made me get rid of Sweat, so let's just blow it all up.
Mm.
It's sickening though. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I mean, we kind of knew the writing was on the wall for Chase, just because they didn't re-up him. But it's not. It has nothing to do with football. They don't like him.
They don't like him.
They don't like him, dog. It's clear. They drummed up all this fake narrative about the Bama, and then
He comes
they
out and
didn't.
cooks. So, so they're like, no, break this up. And I hope he win a Super Bowl this year with San Fran and Trent Williams and all other top picks of Hall of Famers they want to send out to other teams.
Dog, it's just the fact that Ron Rivera is still the head coach of this football team is just baffling to me, because everything that he touches is destroyed. I don't know what else you need to see. What else do they need to see? There's nothing. We're last defense. It's last defense on. We're last in defense. So it's not like losing the players and defense like it's going all of a sudden like hurt us any more than we're already last. You should give away everybody on John Allen, everybody on the get rid of them all. You pick these Bamas, Ron, and they stink. The Bamas that people look at and be like, oh, Cam Curl, he's good. Dog, he might not even start on another team. He's just good for us because
he makes no plays.
Dog, I looked at the game the other day because, I watched the game in real time, but I'm watching Red Zone. I got my attention diverted. It's just a whole bunch of stuff going on. So I go back and I'm watching. Like, I got to watch to see the game. Dog, everybody on the roster stinks. There's only a few Bamas that get a pass. Terry McLaurin can get a pass. The offense played much better this week, so I'm not even going to really dog them out. But the fact that it's inconsistent, to me, that you still stink. If you can't do it week in and week out, you're just above average, which is close to mediocre, which is sorry in my book, because I just the way I process it. And Bamas can be like, "Dog, you just a regular Joe Schmo off the couch, blah blah." I'm like, dog. No.
Wouldn't be 31st in defense if I was a D coordinator, head coach, or GM. Wouldn't be 31st. Promise you that.
That's a fact.
That's damn near last.
That's last in the league, dog.
With 4 first-round picks on the D line, 1 first-round pick at linebacker, 1 first-round pick at DB that doesn't see the field, 2nd-round pick at DB that doesn't see the field. I don't want to hear it. Wouldn't be 31st.
These Bamas they don't know the scheme is bad. Dog, I literally watched the Eagle. Did you see how nonchalant Jalen Hurts was in the game, dog? This Bama, I seen the look before. Dog, I seen the look before, Aaron. When you playing a game, right? And a team get out like 14. Let's say you're playing basketball and Bama's go up 20 real early. But the other team just know they got ringers. Bama's just still like casual.
Yeah,
the next thing you know, Bama's cash. Bama's dunking it all. Then next thing the joke flip, 20-point deficit flip. Like, that's exactly how the game went. This Bama just throw up tackle footballs to A.J. Brown, and I hear this loser fan base try to make excuses as to why, it's A.J. Brown. That's just what he does. You got to explain. No, it's not. Stop it. You let a Bama moss you consecutive, dog, multiple times, dog. You let Alabama Devontae Smith run butt naked wide open in the secondary, dog.
Nobody and he your size.
It's no excuses for that. I'm tired. Listen, I've been trying to be, subdued with my criticism, but I almost said a cuss word. It's out of hand, dog. It's out of hand. The Bama Ron is incompetent and he has no clue as to what he's doing. He's sitting on the sideline. He missed the play where he should have threw the China flag. Everybody and their mother saw it. Like, the fact that he doesn't have a guy in a booth watching plays to be able to say, challenge this. And he missed it. And then after the game is over, he's like, I still didn't see it. Like what? Josh Harris is, dog, he weak-hearted, dog.
because
You
another issue that this creates. At any point during this season, after one of these flubs, Ron should have been fired. But when you allow him to be in the building still while these deals are being made, it creates uh, uncertainty as to how much control he's having if he's sabotaging it. It just, to me, lowers the morale of the entire fan base. Like, people keep making excuses for this Bama and then allowing him to have the talent that he's had and to basically waste it and squander it. Instead, you blaming Chase got to go, Sweat got to go. You break up the team, but Ron's still here to see see the year out. And you never know if maybe if the coaching is the issue, and you could be a couple of linemen away, another year for Sam Howell in the system away from. I'm not saying winning the Super Bowl, but being decent and seeing what a
you
team
can't evaluate it.
You can't
with Ron
evaluate
in the
it.
billion.
And they've allowed him to stay 3 years too long
because it's tainted. That's the point. It's tainted. You leave him there. You know, the stuff is not about football. It's about looking a certain way. And so you have just the enemy can't really put a stamp. He probably going to be trying to dial it back and keep games low. And, because after this last game, it was a glaring deficiency in our defense. The offense actually showed up to play. And I don't know if it's just, them playing the Philadelphia Eagles and how they set up, but it was
so I'll
night
tell you,
and day.
one of the changes is they got Ron's guy out of there, Gates, that they brought in, and they put Tyler Larson in at center. And then Sadiq Charles was hurt, so there was another backup. Chris Paul was at guard, who's a bigger guy. And all of a sudden, it looked like the O-line learned how to block.
Yeah, dog. They're going to have to do something. And right now, it hasn't started, or at least it's not been made public. But I'm sure the tug of war has already begun between Eric Bieniemy and Ron Rivera, because the writing's on the wall. The writing's on the wall for Ron Rivera, and the fact that they just leave him there in place with all of these things happening, it's showing me. And Josh, listen, I'm trying to help you, bro. You think they was mad at Dan? You think they were criticizing Dan? I at least knew Dan wanted to win. I at least knew that much. That Bama will move heaven and earth to try to shake some stuff up. Now he had a problem picking the right people to run the ship, and that's his flaw. But Josh, if you think for a minute you're gonna be able to skate through with this fan base is dumb and they lenient, but if you allow the incompetence to stand week in and week out, where people, hope is one of them things, it can be easily dissolved in the hand if you don't take care of it, dog.
And there was a lot of goodwill. Just not being Dan basically give him extra. And so you had games sold out that probably didn't warrant being sold out.
Magic dancing, the go-go, all of that.
And then when you allow, first of all, when all of this debacle going on, and the only comment from you is relative to ticket prices. Bama see through that. This ain't Philly. This ain't these other places. You're not going to be able to slide with it. It's just it's not going to fly. And so he think this patient process. You think Bama's going to wait 5, 6? Dog, it don't work like that. Bama's will turn. They already starting to turn on them, but it's not going to last that long because it doesn't take that long to build a team.
It does not take that long. It takes maybe 1, maybe 2 off seasons to get it up to snuff. But it don't take that long.
And even if not, go ahead.
I'm not waiting. I'm supporting another team, Aaron. We not. I been stopped buying gear, been stopped going to the games and all that stuff.
They almost had me
I've
back.
stopped watching.
Yeah, they're unwatchable for me at this point. As long as Ron's there, I'm not going to be pressed to be in front of the TV 5 minutes for the game start. I'm going to be like you and Andrew. I'm going to be on Red Zone looking at the parlays. I'm not tripping off these jokers.
No, what's the point of wasting your time? I'm not watching the Wizards. Them Bama's, they play tomorrow night. Good luck. I hope they win.
They're going to make me a lot of money, though.
Because I'm betting the other team.
Bet the over and bet the other team. Guaranteed.
Every time, dog. Guaranteed.
You're going to win 75% of the time.
Bama's going to have 40 in the first quarter, dog. So, dog, you give up 40 in the first quarter, that means your defense, you might as well have me, you, Rick, Craig, drove out there trying to strap up, dog. They might not get 40 on us in the first quarter. Bama's had 75 points in the first half, Aaron.
Oh, them light skin, they got all light skinned Bama's and white dudes on the squad. I ain't
That,
never in my life. You got to stick a
that
Draymond in there somewhere. You can't have all light skinned and white dudes, dog, to fill your roster. It just don't go that way.
75 points in one half. That's almost a final score in 92 for a team, dog.
Get it
I
out of here.
can't get them out of here. Washington Commanders, fire sell it all, dog. I'm waiting on the trade tickets after 4 o'clock deadline, but I was waiting to see if Ron was going to get traded. Ron and
Don't
Del
nobody
Rio,
want him.
sorry as these Bama's is, bro.
Don't nobody want them. But everybody's
Terrible.
so worried about letting them finish out with dignity. And it just pisses me off to watch how they allow certain people to just squander away everybody else's career, narratives, lives. They basically gonna blow up the whole team. Everybody's starting fresh. The enemy, who knows what's gonna happen to him at the end of the year. It's just all because everybody wanted to just let Ron have more time.
All because they just want, dog. At the end of last year, we told y'all, we said, dog, they need to fire Ron Rivera and like just immediately, dog. And instead, they had a press conference, him and Mayhew talking about how they need to run the ball more. And, they looked at the
Like it's
offense and it's
1980.
time to move on from Taylor. They're going to evaluate the team and evaluate. Dog, these Bama's, the built-in excuses these Bama's have, I'm through with it.
And it would have been understandable if they would have fired everybody and came into the season and been bad. Because you'd have been like, okay, this is a rebuild, complete rebuild. You got a young quarterback.
You would be giving them a pass right now. You'd be like, oh, yeah, the pieces. Even if they were shipping off it, you'd be like, yeah, you got a young quarterback, growing pains, first-year coach, whatever. Like all that, all you getting equity from all of that, right? But you're not getting that with Ron.
How could it have been worse? Like, what would have been worse? Your defense is 31st. What would have been worse if you fired him and brought somebody else in, even if it's late to the party?
You wouldn't be 31st. What would have been worse?
He's unprepared. He doesn't know how to manage the clock. He can't do basic head coach level stuff. So what would have been worse is what I'm trying to figure out. Maybe the offense, because he doesn't bring in Bieniemy if you don't let him stay. But what else would have been worse? The defense can't be worse. Numerically, it's not possible.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. But I'm telling you, Josh Harris, you on the line, bro. Bama's gonna start coming at you heavy in a minute. And I mean, I don't know how billionaires feel about being. I think we turned Dan into a villain. Like you know what I'm saying? Like Bama got criticized so much that he just turned into a villain.
The wormhole,
yeah, just went into like some Bamas. They just embrace it after a while. But Josh, it's gonna get bad. You think, like, the thing is, you're hurting a franchise by allowing him to stay. Josh Allen on the radio every week talking about making up these excuses, how they need to.
Oh, Jonathan,
he's so no. The thing is, he's so measured, which I know you kind of have to be, but it's like, come on, bro. Call a spade a spade. And the only way you get on the radio to be able to talk to the junkies every week out on Monday after losses is if the head coach signs off on it. Which means he done gave you the thumbs up, like, you know what to say, you know what not to say. So we trust in you. Because I literally, if I'm John Allen and I'm on the radio, dog, everybody need to be a fire sale for everybody, myself included. We're not getting it done.
And then he goes on there and acts that way, then behind the scenes requesting trades. It's just, that's some sucker stuff to me, though. Like, just say you want to be traded and get out of here. And you should have been one of the Bama's gone because he's underperforming this year. And he gets no criticism because everybody's so busy on that narrative trying to criticize Chase. He's probably been the least productive D lineman on the team this year.
That's true.
You can't pay 2 D tackles at that amount, especially D tackles who don't really do anything in the run game.
They don't really stop pass rushers. Dog, the Bama and the Eagles was dogging us, dog. Jalen Hurts was dogging us. This Bama was just running around. The Bama's like they were standing still.
So they're just philosophically flawed, dog. Like the strategy, the scheme, the whole concept of what they're trying to do is flawed. And then when it doesn't work,
But Aaron,
it's Chase's fault.
these Bamas
It's the
drafted
enemy's
these
fault.
Bamas, dog. They picked every last one of them, Aaron. They picked them. This is their mess that they need to clean up. And they trying to clean it up, dog, with more time. Just give me more time. Just give me more time. It's like Bama owe you money. Hey, just give me another week, dog. I get paid next Friday. Just give me some more time. Just give me more time. Then you see the Bama eating at the steakhouse. Spending your money at the steakhouse, dog. You see the Bama driving a shiny rental from Turo, a nice sports joke off Turo. I'm like, dog, pay me my money. Dog, yeah, just give me some more time. Hold on, bro. I
I
got
ain't
you.
even
I
pay for
got
this joint. My girl paid
you.
for this
Yeah,
for my birthday.
yeah. This the tax. My taxes about to come back. You know, I had to file them late. They about to get that. I'm gonna break you up, dog. You know what you gotta do for Bamas like that? Beat them up. That's it. You never getting your bread back. So you just gotta touch them up a few times and then leave it at that. You never getting the bread back, Aaron. You know it. I'm done with them, bro. I'm done with them. On to these games this week. NFL, we here. We got Tennessee Titans. Will Levis look like he a cooker. Aaron.
Cook.
4 touchdowns. That was just throwing. Dog,
He
the
was standing
reason he
flat foot,
cooked, the
throwing
reason
7
he
on
cooked,
7.
reason he cooked is because Tannehill really sorry for real,
He
dog.
trash.
He, he can't throw to the same like Will Levis. He can throw the football. I just think his defensive reading is not all that well. But you know, teams
He
got
was
tape on
playing
him
Aaron
now.
Childs football. The man was
He
standing
was,
flat foot throwing bombs. He wasn't reading no defense. He wasn't going through progressions. He wasn't getting pressures. The man was just like, look at this arm. And just threw that J far as he could 4 times. All 4 balls.
no, hey, and then I mean, we finally saw uh uh DeAndre Hopkins showed up. This Batman had
Oh, he was
2 of them,
happy.
Joe.
He had 3.
He was cooking, dog. He was cooking. Tennessee at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh favor -2.5.
I'm taking Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh again, they just struggle. You know what I'm saying? To get offensive generated. I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh Steelers in this one to win over Tennessee, even though Will Levis did come in and show us something. I think
Yeah,
he
they'll
come
get
back
after
down
him.
to earth from this jump.
He's going to have to play real football this week.
Yeah.
If he
So
cooked this week, we pass him the Herbert's crown.
yeah, yeah. Miami at Kansas City. Kansas City, a dog. I actually cashed in on the Kansas City jump this past week versus Denver because I was watching a little post and the jump came through that what do you call it was sick. Got sick
Mahomes.
last night. Yeah, Mahomes got sick the night before, and then he was sick, but it just showed up on the injury report later, and he was questionable. I was like, dog, Bama sick. Dog, if you sick in 2023 and it rise to the level where they got to report the jump, then
He was looking
it's gonna be
terrible.
bad. It's gonna be bad. Yeah, dog.
I had both
And
of them,
great.
though. I had Denver on one parlay and
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Kansas
You
City
had to
on
hedge
another
it. You
joint.
got to hedge it.
And
But
I
the thing
cashed
is,
out.
yeah. But the thing is, like, you know, in them games, like Bama's sick. Then he got receivers. They still got the bobbles. These Bamas can't catch. Aaron, I
Basket
could be an
catch.
NFL. I could be an NFL wide receiver, dog. No lie, dog. I got better hands than I feel like 80%. At least, at least, at least 80% of the Kansas City Chiefs roster. I got better hands than. And I know Bama's gonna be, dog, when the guy is on your back and stuff. I'm like, dog, these Bamas drop. The Bama Justin, what's his name? Dropped the butt naked. His jump was in his hands.
Rice.
He just, dog, Rashid Rice dropped the jump butt naked. I'm like, dog, I got better hands than that, dog. I got better hands. Everybody, Bamas who know me from the flag, chime in on the comments. If you think I got better hands than half the Chiefs roster, let me know, dog. Because I could be working. I don't have to be going over to the pharmaceutical joint. out on the field with them. Now, when the weather gets certain temperatures, I slump. When it get like 30 below, my hands turn into bricks. And I turn into a basket catcher when the weather get cold.
What you
But
gonna do when they tell you run that dig route and that middle linebacker sitting there waiting on
dog, I don't run no dig routes.
you? You gonna say, nah, coach? I only
Nah,
do
I'm gonna say,
outside routes.
I'm gonna look back at the quarterback and be like,
Option route.
hey,
No digs, no
hey, hey,
slants.
hey,
Kill, kill, kill.
hey, hey. Hey, man, gonna look at me like, he gonna be looking like, what you mean? I'm like, I ain't running that route, champ. I'm gonna tell the receiver, I'm gonna look at the Bama like this. I'm like, hey, dog, it's a dig. I'm gonna just tell him it's a dig. Then
Pick
I'm
this straight
so as
off.
he go in, I'm gonna go. The thing is, like, when you run the wrong route and you look butt naked wide open because you ran the wrong
They're
route.
gonna blame the
I'm
quarterback.
like, they gonna blame the quarterback. I'm like, dog, I was open. Look at the tape. Like, dog, that wasn't the route. I'm like, dog, the Bama was covering on the inside. I had to take it out.
He had the
I had
inside
to take.
leverage. That's why I
I
broke
had
up.
it. That's why I broke up. You still got it. No, no. We only run outs and streaks. I might run a shallow cross, Joe, but it got to be like super shallow where I can see.
Dog, you've been waived by training camp. They got
Huh?
jokers like you all over the league in training camp, and them
No,
Bama's
but
get waived.
this the thing.
First cuts.
The reason I'm not gonna get waived is because I'm gonna make so many good catches and spectacular. They're gonna be like, dog, the Bama hands though. He don't
They gonna
drop
put you on
nothing.
special teams. You catch everything.
Anything that come my way, I'm dogs. Yeah, yeah. They're gonna see me on the jug machine. Yeah, 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 yeah. Jug machine. Yeah, 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 yeah. They're like, dog, this Bama don't drop nothing. Dog, gotta keep him. Dog, hands is the dog. That's what you're
With no
paid to
glove.
do is catch the. That's the number one rule as a receiver in the NFL: catch the ball. And these Bama's can't catch nothing. Terrible. All right, Miami at Kansas City. Kansas City Chiefs favorite -2.5.
Miami.
Miami coming off a win. Kansas City Chiefs coming off a loss. I'm going with Miami
I
because
got
Kansas
Miami.
City ain't got receivers that can catch, and Miami does. So it's simple for me. I think we're unanimous there. My Minnesota Vikings at Atlanta Falcons. Kirk Cousins torn Achilles. He done for the year.
Bye bye,
That's
Kirk.
devastating. I'm actually sad for Kirk though because this Bama was poised to get another fat contract at the end of this year if the Bama just
He
can stay
stole
healthy.
enough bread, dog. The
It don't matter.
universe
It
will
don't matter
even it
what he
out.
do. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
The
He
Bama
did
stole
steal.
bread
He
and
did steal
destroyed
bread.
Super Bowl windows, dog.
No, so I mean, now they just I know Justin Jefferson, like, dog, my agent is a hell of a dude, dog. Because I'm sure his agent told him, like, hey, bro, you need to
Just
just sit
chill.
out and just
Yeah.
chill. These Bama's not about to win nothing. You're gonna be out there running routes. Next thing you know, you get concussed. I think he got concussed in one game early, and then he like passed the protocol and then came back. They probably was like, hey, dog, you the cash cow. We can't afford you out here with a twisted ankle. You trying to go hard, everybody targeting you. Just sit down, champ. Let the young boy get reps. Y'all not playing for a Super Bowl. He was like, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. I got my body. All right. Bama on the sideline, he be cheesing, everything, like supporting the team. Atlanta Falcons went with Taylor Heineke, dog. Taylor Heineke sighting her.
Yeah,
Look
because
night and
Ritter's trash.
day.
Ritter's
Yeah,
trash. So
Riddick's trash.
he needed to go sit down somewhere. I didn't watch any of the Atlanta highlights. I know they still
Mhm.
lost. So
Yeah. Minnesota or Atlanta. I guess it's Atlanta automatic.
yeah,
Minnesota don't
gotta
even
be.
have a quarterback. They traded for Joshua
Josh Dobbs.
Dobbs from Arizona, which I think is a good move to just like as a stopgap to get through the year. I wanted Minnesota to really trade for like Justin Fields or do something
Yeah.
like try to give him like a third or a fourth. You know what I'm saying? Because the way they talk about Justin Fields, like they don't even value him. They try
It,
to slice that new Bama baguette. That
yeah.
Bama is
Three
trash.
interceptions, 7 points, and it was the most amazing thing their eyes had ever seen. This dog, it's so wild in this league. It's so wild because we watch the same playbook year after year after year after year.
Dog, I told Bama's he was sorry before. They were like, no, dog, he could throw. He might got
OJ
some
said he
this
good.
and that. I'm like, dog, this Bama is trash, bro. It's trash.
The Bama
So
was throwing the ball away. They would say, "See, Justin Fields needs to learn. Just that can be a good play. You know these stop." And the next play, pick.
Bama trash, dog.
Stop.
Minnesota at Atlanta. I think we unanimous on Atlanta to win, even if Taylor Heineke starts. Seattle at Baltimore. Baltimore is favored -5.5 at home. Seattle won a tough one.
Oh, Seattle's one of the better teams in the league, but they won't get credit because Geno's playing quarterback. I think they're gonna cover. I think they're gonna
Mhm.
cover that 5. That's a long trip from Seattle to Baltimore,
Baltimore.
but
Yeah, it is.
I think they're gonna cover that 5. They put up numbers.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, question. That Miami Kansas City is in London. Is any you think that impacts the game any?
Um,
9:30 a.m. jump.
yes, but I think it impacts both teams the same way. So
Mhm.
I think it's a wash. What's the now? Wait, let me check the forecast because the Miami boys.
In the rain.
Let me see.
In
What's
the
that temperature?
rain.
53 degrees. They'll be straight. It's gonna be
Okay.
raining, but they'll be all right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
All
still
right.
going Miami. They got a better running
Okay.
game anyway.
Okay. Seattle at Baltimore. You going with Seattle to cover? I'll take Baltimore minus the 5.5. I'll just go with it. Arizona at Cleveland. Cleveland's favorite -7.5. Uh,
That's
I guess
steep for a
Arizona.
team
Kyler
with no
Murray.
quarterback.
Kyler Murray probably will be back in this one.
No, they said the young boy gonna be starting. Tune something Tune.
Uh,
Alabama you never heard of.
Cleveland set minus the 7.5.
Yeah, I guess.
Uh, Rams at Green Bay Packers. Packers are favorite -3. I don't know how,
Stafford's not playing, I
but
think, because he hurt his thumb. That's probably how.
okay.
But the Packers are kind
Okay.
of trash.
Is the
Um,
Ram what's the Rams backup? He came in the game looking like
they were talking about
terrible.
Walford. I think I
Yeah,
don't know.
Walford's trash.
I'm gonna go
I
Green
like
Bay.
what's his
They
name
gotta
better.
win this.
Yeah, I like the young boy that they drafted. I mean, I know he like 55 years old, but I like Stetson Bennett over Brett Rippon. Yeah, they got
Is
Brett
that the
Rippon,
Bama from
dog.
Georgia, Stetson Bennett?
Yeah, yeah. That's the Bama from Georgia.
The drunk boy.
Brett Rip, yeah, but he can slang the Joe. I think I mean he at least passed the football. He can do what Matthew Stafford do. So um to me is Brett Rippon, that Bama trash. So I'm going with I don't know. It depends on who they start at quarterback. I think the Rams probably can hang with the Green Bay. Green Bay ain't all world. And they ain't really beat nobody more than 3 points. So and their defense has been again. What we say about their defensive coordinator? What's his name? Barry. He's
Who? Joe
trash.
Barry?
Joe
The
Barry
Bama
is
was the
trash,
yeah,
dog.
he's one of the worst.
How does he keep falling upwards and getting teams? No, yeah. I don't know. I guess I'm going with the Rams, dog. Screw it. I just take the Rams and just blindly pick the Rams. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Green
Tampa
Bay.
Bay, Tampa Bay at the Houston Texans. Texans are favorite -2.5. They lost a
They
tough
disappointed me,
one
man.
post game. Yeah,
Um,
they lost a tough one to the Panthers. I saw a stat, and this is the little nuggets that you need when you go into like put bets in that the Texans had never they've never beat the Panthers like D coordinator or like no Frank Wright or something like that. Frank Wright's never lost to the Texans or something like that. So it's just like these wacky little stat things. If you kind of have in the back of your mind, it like can help you at least. So I knew it was going to stay close. So I just picked the Panthers like the cover, not the win, but just the cover. And I think I teased it like 2 points. But Tampa Bay's at Houston. Tampa Bay started a slide. Uh, I think I want to go with Houston. I think they'll get back on track on this one.
I'm gonna go Tampa just to be.
Okay. Contrarian. Okay. Washington Commanders at the New
Uh-oh.
England Patriots. New England Patriots are favorite -2.5. We know that since Ron Rivera is trying to save face, he gonna do everything in his power for this one to be able to show and be like, we traded these guys, but we didn't get we didn't get worse. We got better, or we're gonna be fine. And Matt Jones is trash. So
But now the defense is even more trash. So you have zero pass rush from when you barely had one before. So I'm going New England.
I'm going with New England
If
as
New
well.
England lose to these Bama's after trading both they starting DNs, Bill Belichick need to get fired or decapitated, one or the other.
Yeah, I'm going with New England. We unanimous. Chicago Bears at the New Orleans Saints. New Orleans is another city, dog. It smell like trash and sewage, dog. It stink, dog. Chicago, and I love Chicago. Chicago at New Orleans. New Orleans favorite -7.5. They played better as of late. I think if Tyson Bagnet or Baguette, whatever the Bama name, if he play again, 7.5 is low. New Orleans.
um, I'm gonna go New Orleans.
Yeah, is Justin Fields on IR?
No, he's not on IR. He week to week, but he's not playing this week, so it's gonna be Tyson again.
Okay, yeah, that's a L. Indianapolis Colts at the Carolina Panthers. Colts are favored -3 at Carolina. Carolina coming off a tough, gutsy win. You got a. I thought Young looked much better in this one. He looked like the #1 overall pick in this one. I'm gonna go with Indianapolis,
Against who?
Carolina Panthers.
Oh yeah, Indy.
Indy -3. All right. New York Giants, who might be the second worst team in football, if not the first, if we not worse than them.
Better fucking get beat up.
Giants at Las Vegas Raiders. Josh McDaniels needs to be fired again.
They love
The,
this boy
Ra-
for some reason.
the Raiders are favorite -3 at home. Devontae
The
Adams is
Giants
looking for
traded.
a change of scenery.
The Giants traded. What's my boy name to Seattle?
Leonard Williams.
Leonard Williams. So I don't know if that is going to impact the defense at all this week because their defense been playing lights out the last 3 weeks for
Mhm.
sure. I'm gonna go Giants.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones playing this week, so it's gonna be tricky. I'm gonna go Giants though.
I'm gonna go with Giants too, dog. I just think the Vegas Raiders, like they're in that
Second
in a
worst
lot
coach
of,
team in the league.
yeah.
Second worst coach.
And they probably could win if they had better coaching and just better. But like Josh McDaniels, he's such a terrible coach. He's so terrible with people management. Dog, Aaron, can I just take a minute to just talk about like as a head coach, your #1 job, right, is putting players in a position to make plays, and then people management, knowing how to navigate personalities and get people and garner the best out of your players. Dog, Josh McDaniels is unequivocally the worst head coach in football when it comes to people management. This Bama makes enemies with his best players and friends with the sorriest Bamas on the team. It just does not make any sense. And now you have a somewhat disgruntled Devontae Adams who asked to be traded and just not there. Didn't happen, but like he doesn't want to be there. Josh Jacobs didn't want to be there. Everybody's just going through the motions, and when you have a team going through the motions, that just spells disaster. So, I'm going with the Giants just by default of that those things mentioned. Game of the week, Aaron. Here you go. This one matters. Dallas Cowboys at the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles are favored -3. Dallas is coming off of a shellacking of the Rams and an impressive look. Like, I mean, Dak looked like Dak threw 4 touchdowns. Dallas Cowboys did work, but none of that's going to fly against the Philadelphia Eagles.
None at all.
And I'm going with the Eagles to win -3.
Eagles.
Yeah. Buffalo Bills at the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals are favored in this one minus 2.5. I don't know how that is,
Because
but
they've been cooking since Burrow leg got back intact.
oh, Burrow is special, dog. Burrow is special.
Back cooking again. I was trolling him the first 3 weeks of the season, but he back cooking.
Yeah, he back cooking. I'll go with Buffalo. I think Buffalo can definitely give Cincinnati problems. Um, yeah, I'll go with Buffalo plus the 2.5.
I think the issues with Buffalo's injuries on defense is going to be the difference. So I'm gonna
Mm,
go. I'm gonna go Cincinnati.
okay. LA Chargers at the New York Jets Monday night. Chargers are favored minus 2 against the Jets.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Give me the Chargers.
I'm
How they
taking the
gonna score?
Jets are inept. They were inept for 4 quarters, and then the last minute
Dabo
and
gave
a
him the
half.
game. Dabo handed it to him. Tried to run the clock out per quarter.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm going with the Chargers in this one. Yeah, and those are our games. Anything else we forgot to talk about? I think that's all. Follow us at OSS 980 Other Side of Sports. Subscribe to the channel. Please leave comments on any topics that we discuss. Share the content. Shout out to Where's Buffy. Shout out to Lance J Radio, Kicking It with G-Man. Shout out my man Wes. Jeremy John, my guy. He about to be our NBA insider, Aaron. He got some scoops. Shout out Sports Talk Tasha, Jenna Garcia, everybody who rock with us heavy. And we out.